All right, guys. So a lot of the times people write me and ask, hey, Bill, you know, the jiu-jitsu techniques you do are great, but what happens when someone has a weapon, like a knife, and you're in this guard position? What do you do about that? How are you going to prevent them from accessing their weapon? And I think this is a great question. And honestly, not enough jiu-jitsu schools ever even talk about it. It's something that we do talk about, especially with our advanced ranks in this school. But I'd be happy to answer some of those questions. The specific techniques we probably don't have enough time to get into, but we can definitely get into some of at least the general concepts about what we're doing. So let's take a look. So check it out. Tommy tackled me. He's got me in his guard, right? Or he's got me on the ground. He's in my guard. So he tackled me. I managed to get back to guard. And in jiu-jitsu, we say we manage the distance and we manage the damage. So I wouldn't really want to be here. If in a good situation, I would have brought him forward and I'm controlling him. But now the question always comes up, what if he takes this hand and starts grabbing for a weapon, right? The first thing I want to point out is that my legs are they act as sensors for me, right? And not sensors like censorship, but like sensors like I feel with them and I can feel what's going on. So you can see that they're kind of in the way of him accessing it. Right now he's got pocket access for his knife. So this would be like someone who has it clipped on their pocket. And I can feel that he's rooting around down there. And immediately, especially in a fight, I should be wondering what's going on. And I see his arm coming back. My immediate response, and something we're trained to do, let's not pull it out yet, Tommy. I just want to explain what's going on. See, it's hard for him to even access properly. My immediate response when someone's arm comes back here is to actually use my knee as a shield. So I would bring this foot in, boom, and use my knee as a shield to control this arm. Remember, I'm not down here trying to submit this guy. I'm down here trying to survive and get out of the situation. So this is what a good jiu-jitsu person's going to do. And that would be true, even if they were doing sport, it would be a mistake for him to reach back there in sport too, because now I can do that same thing and start working on triangle chokes. Now, I'm not saying that in a fight I'm going to go to a triangle choke. I don't think it's necessarily the best idea. But right here, I would start controlling this arm. And now I can see how I'm going to get out of here and get back to my feet. Because I don't know if he's got any buddies around. And I don't want his buddy to come up and kick me in the head. So that's a really important thing to look at from this position. All right, guys, so we're back. We're in the same guard position. And he's got his weapon in a different point. He's got it, in this case, in a boot position down by his foot. I want you to first, again, see kind of like with the positioning of my legs and everything, accessing his weapon is going to be kind of challenging for him at this point, right? So it was a mistake. Nobody good with a knife is going to put it down in their boot anyway, but it's a mistake. Like, it's hard for him to even get to around my leg. And moreover, when he starts doing that, I'm going to be seeing what's going on. So I'm going to be controlling and then see him reaching for things, and that's when I should be controlling and getting everything in the way. So I've got good control of both of his arms, and my legs are keeping his head away from me. Could he bite? It could happen. I'm not saying it can't. But I could also just as easily gouge him. I could elbow him, and I can get out. That's the most important thing, is getting out of here. Driving him away and getting to my feet. So that's kind of, you're going to see the same theme, from this position multiple times. Let's look at a different position for the knife. All right, guys, so we're in the same situation here, and this time he's got his knife in a different configuration. He's got it tucked into the side of his belt, which is a common place for people to put it. And what you're going to see is it's like covered up by my leg, right? And again, we're using this long knife. It might just be a clip folding knife, who knows? But it's going to be very difficult for him to access that weapon in this situation. To the point that he's going to start digging around in there and seeing what, and I'm going to be like, what is going on? Boom. And again, I don't want to say safe. I'm not safe yet. I've got to do some techniques to get out of here. But I'm going to be able to find out that he's got a weapon on it. This time he's got it tucked behind him in his belt. And again, this is a common place to conceal the weapon. And I'm here, but just like before, just like with all these situations, his arm is going to be reaching back. And anytime that happens, look how easy it is for me to stop. Boom. Right here. And I'm always looking out for that. Thanks, Tommy. Let's just sit here and talk to our friends. So the biggest thing, and this is true of any self-defense, I don't care, anywhere you go and train self-defense, this is a true story. awareness and keeping your head on a swivel and paying attention to your surroundings become the most important parts of saving your own life. And even in the fight, not getting that battlefield focus and thinking that like I have to submit him or something, like, because he's not going to submit, right? Like, it's a fight, they're not going to tap out. So that's not even a necessary thing. But just the awareness of where weapons could be and where his free arms are, you know, the one that could be punching me. If it's not punching me and it's starting to root around for things, that's a warning sign. So that's something to keep an eye on. This is just one way that we kind of deal with weapons in Jiu-Jitsu and start to understand where they could be and begin to defend against them on the ground. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm Bill Jones.
Tommy Patrick.
We're out.